whole world needs to fix up,
But
man.
yeah,
Needs to be better.
100%. 100%. Listen, all this Russia, Ukraine, America nonsense, they're all just bantering right now, bro.
Once again,
They're all playing games.
That's not my business, man. Until it's on my doorstep, I don't care, man.
listen, Putin, I've got personal beef with him, man. Could have given me
It's finishing my money. Don't pay my fees, man.
man. Fucked up my money. Fucked up the
Bro, listen, what I was saying is what inflation.
Oh,
Yeah.
that bad boy.
But-
Oh.
But that wasn't even them, though. That's the thing. That wasn't them. That was America and Britain.
They just want to.
Yeah.
These guys were printing trillions. They were printing.
What do you think? All this furlough fees,
and then
all this furlough thing.
no, bro, you can't even blame furlough, bro. It's never furlough. They were bailing out. What's it called? The other companies and whatnot. But I don't know. I think I posted it on Snap, innit?
Right.
Printing trillions, and then the back he gets a pole and puts it in the spokes.
Jesus Christ.
And he falls down and goes, Russia, why would you do this?
Bro, it's
Scary, isn't it?
Yo.
They'll print all of that money and then just blame other people. Like America love doing it, man.
I don't understand why why the Black America decided to vote for Biden. I guess he just had two shit choices in it. It was just shit.
They're both shit, bro. I can't lie. The season we're in, Trump was needed, man. As much as he's racist, he's that, he's this, he was needed, man. Because when it's all said and done, America.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's China.
But I feel like he could have been less polarizing and still done the same job. Like he could have been good for business, but less of a dick.
But that's not him. That's not him. That's how he gets the business, bro. That's how he gets the support that he needs.
Yeah, he overdone it though.
Because deep it, that's why you only have. Yeah, I think he did, but still, he won't stop. But yeah, but what I'm saying is like, look at they voted for Bernie Sanders, right? Was it Bernie Sanders? No, it was Biden.
Biden.
Bro, half the time this Donny, I don't know. He's not. What is he saying?
Bro, he doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's doing. And the annoying thing is, it's like when, like, I don't get African Americans. It's like, it doesn't matter who the president is. Like, racism and
you're getting the short end of the stick.
It's going to happen regardless. It's like, when Trump was in power and black people were dying, it's like they're blaming Trump. Now Biden's in power, there's a shooter and black people are still dying, but no one seems to be like, this is your fault.
It's true.
Like he's inciting, like, bro, when Trump done this, he's inciting violence, he's getting more people crime, all of this.
No, but he was though.
No, this
my
one
man told them to go to the capital.
Bro, when you're doing an experiment.
But yeah, no, I get you.
It's like,
I get what you mean though.
Change leaders. Okay, cool, the capital, but that was just for that voting, whatever thing they were doing in it. You change leaders and black people still that. It's like, bro, it's not a left or right. It's just an American thing, man. They just want to whack.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, ultimately, the same thing happens.
How many kids need to die, bro?
Yeah, that's what I don't.
My second amendment. My
right. They're more concerned about babies that haven't been born yet and making sure they're born. So what, you want babies to be born so they can go to school and get shot in school? Does that make sense?
That's, bro, it does. Let me tell you why it makes sense here. Because because they don't want to get rid of the gun laws in it, because all the people like that's what they call
it. Proper embedded in
NRA.
The Republican, that's the Republican side that don't want to get rid of guns, in it. If any Republican was to ever think about touching the gun bill, it's long for them. Their career gone. And it's the same thing with the abortion thing.
Yeah.
Even it's the same thing with the abortion thing as well. It's mad. So basically, here's my theory of it. The reason why they're doing the abortion thing is so that because all these kids that are getting legged down, they need to keep the repopulating it in it. Otherwise, you're gonna have you're not gonna have enough population for the country. And once that happens, the country collapses because look at Japan. What they're saying about Japan.
Yeah. What I don't get is like they're not going to old people's homes and shooting up old people's homes. They're going to schools, like they're going to places with young people.
Yeah.
And finishing them. Like it's crazy to me.
Old people's home, bro. Do you know how many all these old people are rich, bro? You got 10 minutes after every shooting.
Listen,
that's a lot of inheritance for this releasing, helping the economy.
I feel like if you were to shoot up what's it called, nursing home, you won't even have to walk anywhere, bro. You just lay them down. They can't run. Where they running to?
It's true.
So I feel like
they're trying to will themselves out.
Sickos, bro.
You think that's what it is?
The excitement from these sickos. Yeah, I think it has to be. Because
I think there's just some mad place on the internet.
A school. But I guess it kind of makes sense, like, for if it was a kid to shoot up a school in it, because like that might be a place of bullying or whatever trauma. But
if it's your school, I get it. If it's a different school and you've been out of school for 20 years, why are you going back?
You're a bit of a maniac, bro. You're a bit of
a maniac, man.
One of them went to their own school and they get bullied. Someone probably take the gun out of their hands and slap them.
Yeah, gun buck them with the thing.
Do with this toy.
You know what I mean, man? Give me that.
Yeah. Give you a school.
Yeah, Americans to make sense.
They need to get rid of it. For me personally, I just like at least have stricter rules.
Listen, if you don't want to ban it, just make it harder for nut jobs to get guns.
Or even some of the all these rifles, bro. Just I don't know, man. I don't think I ever understand it.
You man, I'm thinking back, like because when we were in school. Do you think there was any? Like there were some tapped kids in our school, you know.
Yeah, if they had a chance.
Do you think if they had guns, they would have brought them in and lengthed them?
100%.
Maybe guns are the problem then.
And it's got. No, but the Americans will tell you that guns don't kill people. People do.
Yeah, people do. Yeah.
Yeah, but
guns are an instrument of killing.
You don't hear of like mass stabbings. Like that's long, isn't it?
If there's a mass stabbing,
if you really want to kill everyone and you didn't have guns, would you come and hammer people to death? Like just bringing a hammer to school and just whack heads? Nah, like
because it's too close, too personal.
Yeah,
because guns aren't personal; they aren't close. You can, and you incite fear.
Yeah, that's a wassy thing. Come fight me 1-on-1, bro. Fist fight to the death. No, bringing.
Bro, you brought fist to a gunfight.
A gunfight, listen, big mistake.
Man brought fist to a gunfight. I've got to listen. I put my money on the other guy.
You put your money on me every time, man.
Book is support Eves. But nah, they need to change the rules, man. That amendment thing, they need to let it go, man. Because they're losing people. Just let it go. And
it's my constitutional right. It's my constitutional. If it was in the constitution that they could sleep with their sisters or brothers, I think they would do it still. Because but it's just mad. It's mad. I feel like people like that are so hard stuck in their old ways. They're gonna make it very difficult for the next generation and for themselves, because over time you're meant to adapt and change. No.
Yeah, I think
obviously you can still keep the good things that are still relevant. Like I feel the same thing with culture. There's things in culture that shouldn't really be a thing anymore.
Give you an example
these days, but there's also. Like I know in some cultures where let me see, I'm trying to say one that's not a bit too mad or too techy that could cause trying to think.
Yeah, techie one. We stop.
Okay. Nah, okay, let's say there's I know there's like depending where you're from, there's like rules and
say what you need to
regulations.
Say chest, man.
Oh, shut up. There's rules and regulations on like who you can and can't marry, kind of thing, in it.
I can disagree.
Like, stuff like that.
Wait, what? Why? What kind of rules and regs?
Statistically, arranged marriages are
like
than choice, like optional marriage.
No, I'm not talking about arranged marriage. I'm talking about you're not allowed to marry people from them sides. Think of it of O block. You can't marry someone from O block. You can only marry from K block.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, so you want to marry a white person? Yeah. A white woman.
No, you're
I don't see
talking
the
about
problem
like.
with that.
Okay.
No, even in the same race, but it's just it doesn't make sense because
we need to invite Dr. Umar onto this thing. Yeah. Dr. Umar will finish you, bro.
No. But you say cultural thing, but I'm dead. It's the same thing with like. No, deep it because like it's the same thing with what royalty used to do in it or still do, where you marry into your family kind of thing. You're making the gene pool smaller, right? And this is stuff that we know that we've learned. You're making the gene pool smaller. When you do that, you end up with like abnormalities with yeah, exactly. Why is it that you want that? Why is it even you've got the knowledge of what's happening and what it does to you and your offspring?
We're keeping the money inside.
What you want to do is to
keep
the money inside. Okay, now everybody's just gone mad and nuked everything. Look at what's it called facts. Look at what's it called Game of Thrones. To tell you there, the Targaryens. That man went crazy, burnt the whole thing. Huh?
But dragons are cool.
It works out for the twins.
Yeah. Dragons are fucking cool now.
No, it did not. Man said it worked out for the twins. Man lost his hand.
That's because
into the game, bro.
Yeah, and all her kids died. That's mad.
Oh, you're talking about the Lannisters.
Lannisters, yeah.
The Targaryens with the dragon.
Which twins are you talking about?
He's talking about before.
Oh yeah. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was saying about before. But then T Cobbs was talking about the twins.
They have.
Were they twins or was it just brother and sister?
Yeah, incest.
Well, see, so he did say it the first time. It was just capping.
Yeah, he did say incest the first time. It's on his mind. I don't know why. If you think about it, like their team was even more mad because they were the same person, just different like genders, innit? Mm-hmm. So their kid was even more cloned. Like it's even more cloned. All of their kids should have had like 4 fingers on each hand. Like, yeah, that's not cool, man.
Listen, bro. Yeah, it's like things like that. It doesn't make sense.
It makes sense, like culturally and financially, but when you actually deep it doesn't make sense.
No, not culturally, bro. Why are you marrying you? Why can you only marry people from your village? That's nuts.
No, because it keeps your culture.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it keeps your culture
I get
like culturally pure, I guess, which is weird.
But okay, my question is: should culture be static or should it be something that is dynamic?
I'll answer that if you want. I would say like 1,000 years ago, like when the world wasn't as fast paced and wasn't as fast changing, culture and traditions and the shit that kept people safe was probably kind of a lot more necessary for life. But like now the world's it's more global, like, and it's so much more fast paced and that I feel like people could be a little bit less rigid and a little bit less like culturally static and just kind of try and embrace other things, because before, like, you had to take a horse to go from here to Manchester and that would take you 7 days. You know what I mean? But now you're going to Manchester in 3 hours. Like, the world's different, man. So I get what you mean. People should be different to like, but there's some traditional and cultural things that we should try and hang on to, I think. Like they're not terrible.
Okay, now my question, like, yeah, no, I agree with you, but my question is this: the same culture that you feel that you go with now, that you follow and you do things, is that the same culture that it was at the beginning?
No, probably not. It's like religion. I just picking the bits that I like, and then I'm running with it.
Society are kind of
because.
Culture and society.
What did you say, Teacups?
Culture and society are interlinked. Like they go hand in hand. Whenever society is changing, the culture is to it. Like there's a British culture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you.
Different forms of cultures.
That's what I'm saying to you. The culture that a lot of people like to hold on to and cling on to, is not the original culture that their parents even had, or even the grandparents. Like it changes so much, but people don't realize it, innit? And like sometimes we press so hard to hold on to the stuff that we think is good for us, but is it actually good for us though?
Yeah, but
just one of them things you need to.
A lot of people don't take time to question things. If you question everything in the culture, why are you doing what you're doing? And then you can pick and choose which practices are good and which ones aren't, and you can just like that.
I heard like oh, sorry, don't mean to cut you.
No, I'm gonna give an example. Well, I can't remember what example I was gonna give.
I was gonna give an example like of a like tradition / cultural thing that like someone told a story of and it made me laugh. Like, so there was a tradition in a family where every Christmas they would cook, like, let's say they will cook, I don't know, like beef, and they will cut the beef in half and put it in the container, in the like cooking container, then put it in the oven. And like no one knew where this tradition came from. So the daughter said to the mum, like, why do we cut it in half? Like, we don't need to. Have you seen it? That. And then she was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, she was like, ask your grandma.
And then asked the grandma. The grandma was like, oh, like, that's how my mum did it. I don't know why. Then they asked the great grandmother. And she was like, oh, we cut it in half so it would fit inside the oven because the oven we had was small. So everyone's been cutting it in half for no reason because just because of tradition, like they didn't question it. They didn't think like, why are we doing this foolishness?
Exactly.
So no, I get what you mean.
This is why I feel like it's important to question things in life. Yeah, man, it's important. Like it's crazy what you think about and what you can actually start to understand when you start questioning things. Yeah, but to be fair, it's a double-edged sword. Because you can spiral.
It hurts.
Spiral.
Yeah.
It just makes you realize how
spiral, and then you just, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, I had this conversation with like some friends that I have at union, and but this was, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I went back to Leicester. We had this conversation about like if you start asking like questions about life and everything that you see, and you actually start questioning, it's disgusting, bro. Yeah. You won't actually think about you won't even want to live on this earth anymore, bro. It's like it's mad.
Scary,
yeah, I thirst for the knowledge though. I thirst for the knowledge because like I remember reading about what's it called? Exactly, it's better to know, bro. I don't want to be ignorant out here. I heard about there was a time where the world actually nearly went into World War III because what was it? Yeah, I forgot. One general had ordered them to fire. It was a submarine. It lost contact. There was like a couple of scuffles here. I think it was during the Cuban Missile Crisis or something. Yeah. Okay. There was a submarine cut off contact from the Earth because it was underwater, and it was like submerged or whatnot. And then I think it felt some blasts or something that happened, or there was something that must have happened a couple of days earlier. And then what's it called? The general was like, shit, we can't surface, we can't do this because we're meant to be hiding in it. Then he was like, all right, cool, guys, fire the nuke. And then like, I think because you need to have 3 keys in it, yeah, and there's like 3 different people that need to authorize, like, okay, yeah, we're doing this, turn the keys, and then like you can push the button. only one of them said no.
Jesus.
He completely disregarded what the guy said. It was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Mm.
And it all turned out to be a mix-up.
Big
He was
mess up.
never meant to file. But yeah, that could have just changed the whole landscape of history, everything. Would have been dead.
Yeah, nuke. That's it.
They would have covered it up somehow.
There's no war, man. It's basically suicide bombers at last.
Yeah.
That's it.
They call it MAD, mutually assured destruction. Yeah, if you fire one nuke, cool, then it's like we're all dead. Might as well.
No point. That's my nigga Putin was safe, fam. He said no one wins, bro. Man's got nukes, you've got you.
I was having this convo like the other day, and they were saying like, oh, like we should just tell Putin that like if he continues the foolishness, we'll send nukes. I was like, wait, you don't speak for me, nigga. Like, if we send a nuke, they're sending one back. Bro, I don't want to die.
First of all, first mistake. You going to tell Putin anything? What?
Yeah, big mistake.
Oh,
wait for him to die, man.
So little disregard for democracy and the West is mad. So
Well, from time that nigga saw the Soviet Union fall from East Germany and witnessed it with his bare eyes to this present day, I don't think no one could ever change.
And now look what he's made. And now look what he's made. He's made a superpower in Russia. That's mad. Yeah, this guy has been a spy, you know. You think these all sweet words can work on him? There's no way.
I think he's gonna get poisoned or something though. They're gonna have to get rid of him like that.
Do you think there'll be a next man waiting?
They're going to poison him. I think. I feel like if they do the poisoning, I don't think it's gonna be a real poisoning. Man's gonna be hiding out in Argentina, living his life.
Everyone goes. He's gonna buck Hitler there, fam. Be like, yo, my
bro.
Good, man, I tried.
Because bare Nazi scientists went there, innit?
Yeah.
Because bare Nazi scientists, after they did their fuckery, they went to Argentina.
Of course, they'll run away. Go somewhere, man.
Live low, hide out. But yeah, man, them dipping.
Same, bro. It's been a good episode. There's a lot of editing for people.
Talking about mad stuff.
What you think?
Put in a lot of work.
Jesus.
Listen, there's a lot of slander that needs to be taken out, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get slander.
Clips, fam. Listen, you guys, best hope I don't get hold of the TikTok account, because boy,
I'm not gonna lie, I could do with quitting my day job, man. Are we doing this full time?
Yes,
you know, like that.
I drop one in the morning lunch.
I'll think about it, you know. I'll renegotiate my contract. So I'm only coming to work 2 days a week.
Soon we'll be doing VPN ads.
For real. That's what we're trying to do the pod every day.
We'll be talking about protection, and I'll be like, yes, and that's why you guys need NordVPN. Then we'll just segue into ads. People will talk about
T-Cops, you might as well link. Hey, listen, T-Cops, hey, you need to tag NordVPN when you're doing the advert, bro.
Yeah, man.
Get them.
And then I'll tie the protection when we get our Durex ads talking about condoms. Then I'll tie the protection into that protection. 2 ads in one. Bruv, I could do this.
Oh,
I could do this.
To me, man. You've got ideas.
Yeah, man.
Let me know.
5K an ad, 1K each. Yeah, split that. Couple man have kids. We need to be feeding them. Anyway, man. Yeah, the kids got to eat. I'll catch you in a bit, bro.
People.
Love, bro. In a bit.